Gone. I'm going to read this again. The book of Isaiah 2 and 4 reads, "And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people." So there's going to be a righteous dictatorship where the law, statutes, commandments will be the standard. So there will be no more you adding bacon on your sandwich. You got these Moabites, they into rodents and dogs and cats. They're going to be, it's going to be restrictions. Ultimately, these nations will be civilized, as these devils like to push that civilization in. No, this is going to be the real way of civilizing the nations, by implementing the law, statutes, and commandments as the standard, man. So that's going to come with, these nations getting harshly rebuked, and that because it ain't like these devils got a bullock. You got a Moabite, he's sacrificing a bullock to the Lord as a sin offering. No, you're going to get bashed over your head. That's going to be that offering, man. It says, "And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." See? So that blessing of the sword, Esau, his blessing of the sword is going to be turned into a plowshare, a pruning hooks, farming tools. Because ultimately that was your fate anyway, is to be a servant. So you can even see it in this sense, to where the swords turn into a plowshare, the spears into a pruning hooks, which that's what these nations, they are. Even when you go into it, it talks about that in I believe that's in Joel, how beat your sword, your plowshares into swords, your pruning hooks into spears, because they take a lot of money out of their agriculture and certain things and put it into their military. Well, that's not going to be the case in a kingdom of heaven. All these militaries of the earth, no, there's going to be more into agriculture and farming, getting certain resources from the land. That's what those tools are going to be used for, but that in itself, is kind of like a subtle, look into Esau's future as well, because he's known that the sword, this man is known for his military might and, taking over the earth via his sword and his technology, to him now becoming a servant. Somebody got to pour them that gold in the streets. You got to melt the gold down, and that's what they're going to be used for, man. Matter of fact, let's end off on this. I think that's in I think it's Ezekiel 38. Because he even speaks on the weapons being burned. It might be 39. Bear with me. Bear with me. Really, this whole chapter bad too. But I'm gonna start at I started 12. Ezekiel 39:12 said, "Yeah, all the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a renowned day that it shall be glorified, that I shall be glorified, said the Lord." And this concerning the Lord bring forth that destruction. Matter of fact, let's start at 12. It said, "In 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land." And Israel is not going to lift a finger, man. We're going to have the servants to bury these bodies, man. Beginning with the elites, the powers that be, those that call the shots. Those are the ones that's going to be working, man. It talks about how they're going to be preserved. It says, It said that they may cleanse the land, because hey, that's Esau. This is all part of you got like community service. Police caught you throwing a billboard out the window. Now you gotta do community service. Now you picking up trash for the next 2 weeks. Well, Esau did all this shit in the planet Earth. So now this is part of the payback. This is gonna contribute to the cleansing of the earth. The earth being restored is, these bodies being buried, man. And these devils gonna do that's gonna be a part of their community service, man. It says, all the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a renowned day that I shall be glorified, said the Lord. And they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury the passengers of those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. Hey, so these devils, hey man, they're gonna be working. It says, and the passengers that pass through the land, when any see of a man's bone, he shall set up a sign by it till the burials have buried it into the valley of Hamongog. And that's that's these elites, man. These bankers. Like I said, those that really got power, not those that you see on TV. That's just a mouthpiece. And not just gonna be just any guy. No, it's gonna be guys that's in power, man. Hey, what the curse said, even you and your king shall go into captivity. So how much more with Esau? Starting with their kings, they're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, man. So this is this man's fate. This is his lot. This is his portion. Because when the destruction comes, that's not it. Now he finna be put to work, man. So Akim, I just hope this will edify. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rachah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that's teaching the word on true faith and sincerity. Shalom.